The man took a $100 bill and threw it into a teacup. He waited until the bill was completely soaked in the tea and then fished it out. In this way, a crisp new bill was turned into an old-looking one. After that, the two brothers took all the bills they had on them and threw them into the tea. They then hung them up inside the house and dried each one with a hairdryer. The reason they did this was because these bills were freshly made counterfeit money. Old-looking bills were easier to pass off as real ones. Once everything was ready, they needed to test whether the counterfeit bills would work. They went to a supermarket and tried to use the fake money. Unexpectedly, the store owner sensed something was wrong as soon as he received the money. The man felt nervous and was just about to run away when the owner grabbed his wrist. The brother noticed something was wrong and quickly pulled the man out of the crowd. But the owner immediately sent someone to chase after them. They managed to escape by hiding in a narrow alley. They didn't expect the counterfeit bills to be so easily detected, but the brothers were not ready to give up. Soon, they came up with a new plan. The older brother had done a lot of research on real money and found that it was made from a very special kind of paper. This paper had a completely different texture from other papers. Since this type of paper was strictly controlled by the government, they began searching for a substitute material. Finally, they found a paper with the same texture in a magazine. When they put the two papers together, the thickness was just right. So, the brother bleached the magazine and started drawing patterns on it. The microprint on real money was so detailed that even with instruments, it couldn't be perfectly replicated. It had to be drawn by hand, then scaled down and engraved. After that, they had to keep polishing and baking the paper. In this way, the template for the counterfeit bill was completed. Next, they needed to make the ink on the bill change color at different angles. So, the man bought over 100 different pigments. After continuous mixing and testing, he finally succeeded in creating the same kind of ink. Then, they needed to add a security strip to the bill so it could pass through a currency detector. The brother discovered that the security strips on all bills were interchangeable, so they took the strip from a $10 bill and put it into a $100 bill. Finally, they applied a layer of specially mixed varnish on the bill, and the counterfeit money was complete. The brothers put the counterfeit bill into a currency detector, and surprisingly, even the detector failed to identify it as fake. So, they went back to the supermarket again. This time, the man held his brother's arm, ready to run at any moment. But this time, they succeeded. The brothers were extremely happy.